Someone said your big block was done being trained.
Stop. Whatever. Stop. Don't. I don't like the level of...
All right, we are out here for the 100,000 to win race.
There's Al.
We're at the end of the staging lanes. We're not super far away from everything, so that's really cool. We're really close to the return road. We're on the return road basically. We've never been here before. This track is really neat. Very, very pretty. Very green. It was a little swampy yesterday. They had a lot of rain, had a lot of storm damage earlier this week, but the track staff fixed a lot of stuff, including at their amusement park that's over here yonder. And we're having a great day of racing. So, all right, 100,000 to win race. We got first round pairings done. They are running most of first round right now. I did not get the bye, spoiler alert. Oh. There were 128 paid entries. There are 63 cars. So a bunch of guys dropped off for one reason or another this week. And we're gonna make the, actually we're gonna make the best of it because it's 100,000 to win and we got one less round of racing we gotta do. So that's fantastic. That's about 6 hours of racing we don't have to worry about now. First round drawing. I got 20th pair out of the 32 pairs. Daddy Dave got the bye. After that, there'll be no more buys for the rest of the event. And we got Zach Jones's beautiful Camaro over here. Formerly driven by Adam Preston with different combination in it. Does not have the same combination that Adam had in it, but it does have a very fast combo in it. I'm not even positive what it is. I know it's billet something. It's really nice stuff. So we're gonna take old boat hanger here and see what we can do with it. Oh man, fingers crossed we get this done. This is our one shot. I mean, it's a single elimination for 100,000. So if we lose this, we're not done for the weekend. We could go into free entry Little Gangsters tomorrow with 530 index. That is 10,000 to win. And then there is a small tire second chance tomorrow.
There's a small tire?
Yeah, I sent it to you. Which is a $200 entry, 100% payback. But you can't do both. That's what it says. So, one class, no double entry out here.
Hey, Ryan.
One class. So, all right, well. The sun should be down by the time we go up there. If everything stays on schedule, we will be racing into the sunset. So it'll be hard to see with the tree because it lines up with the tree. If there's any kind of delay at all, 10-15 minute delay, then we'll be racing after the sunset. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that sun has got off the surface for at least 5 to 10 minutes, tighten the surface up a bit more, and we can boogie woogie on down through there. So that's the hope. That's the plan. I changed a whole bunch of stuff on the car. We put weight back in different spots we haven't used with the CIS ever, but we used to do a lot with everything else. So fingers crossed.
We're gonna do great.
This thing does fantastic. Hopefully it makes a nice clean rip and gets to the finish line first. So
we're all gonna be safe.
Tune in and find out. All right, it's like 8:30. The sun's almost down. And we are up in the lanes right this second, getting paired up to go race Zach Jones. So, wish us luck. not sure what happened just yet. Pulling a log currently. But it just refused to go up on the brake. So we had tested it here in the pits and it was fine, and went up there and it choked. So I don't know what the yet, but I'll find out. And then we'll rip this motor out and put the other one in and do other races. Okay, well, unfortunately, it looks like I must have changed something in the tune that prevented any of the system from coming on. Eventually the system did come on way down track. That's all I got. Nothing fun or exciting there. We left at 2,000 RPMs and kind of just hung out there for most of the run. Oh well, stuff happens. All right, so we're back at the Airbnb. Megan's complaining how cold I had it in the truck and the Airbnb. She's now in a hoodie. While they are eating their snacks and Megan's warming up my mellow mushroom pizza in the oven, I got a chance to look at the log and see how many different ways did I screw this up. And a couple things happened. So, show you what kind of happened. All right. So you got a bunch of squiggly lines here. Actually, I'll make this a little easier. Fuel, targeter, fuel. Right. Okay. So, if you look at the scaling down here, at 0 seconds right here is, I set this 0 point in the log because that's actually when boost came in and it actually started to have a good time. See, boo, boost comes up. Before that, you know, we're supposed to be targeting a, this is me getting on the brake. So I'm in the beams, I've grabbed the trans brake, I've floored it, and Zach was so close to being timed out. Really, I don't know, maybe he should have been timed out. It was close. I'll have to see when I drop the trans brake. Yeah, hold on, let's put this on here. At launch. Okay, so let's see, at -5 seconds. And the log is -11. So yeah, almost 6 seconds before I dropped the trans brake. So he was every bit at 5 seconds before he got in the tree. Anyways, so we're floored it. I floored it. I got on there. I was on the trans brake. I was on full throttle. At least 5 seconds before the tree dropped, and I was just praying this thing was going to come up. This is engine RPM, and it's just sitting here, just lolling along at like 1,800 to 2,000 RPMs, pretty much right above idle. And the reason why is when we were testing this in the pits earlier, we were testing the 3rd stage, and I was playing with, I was turning off my 1st stage and my 2nd stage, and I was working on just 3rd. Well, I forgot to set the enable to come back on for my 1st stage. And even with it on, one of the conditions that had to be met is it has to be over 3,000 RPMs, which you never got there. But when we were testing all this, the motor was wanting a whole bunch of fuel in this 3,000, like in this zone right here. And I was thinking, okay, fresh rings, you know, the motor's fresh, it must be more efficient. Let's just go ahead and make sure we got fuel everywhere in here. Gave it a couple throttle whacks and everything else down low in this lower zone. Everything seemed to be good. Got to the line and it had way too much fuel in it. So we go back to the log here, zoom in a little bit. And you can see we got a whole bunch of air fuels in like the 9.8 range, and we're targeting 13. You know, like the best one was like an 11.9. So I mean, like it's not happy, it's pissed. So I didn't have a whole lot of closed loop authority on, only had 7% on, so I couldn't pull the fuel out it needed to get it up where it needed to be. So basically, if we would have made a test pass, probably would have caught it. If I would have dynoed it more, may have caught it. It's just kind of a weird zone to be in. So I've made adjustments, and we are done racing at the SPR race. So we are going to go do something else. Don't know for sure yet. We've been told there is a race about an hour and a half north at US 60. Shane Embry's doing a memorial race for his son. It's a free entry, 7,000 to win, tree side, no prep, small tire, checks a lot of boxes. We could enter index class, and index class would allow us to make a shake before small tire to make sure everything's good, and then we would just abandon index and focus on small. That might be what we do. So we've got the Airbnb tonight and tomorrow. The only question is, if we go up there and do this race, what we're going to do for housing afterwards, because this is out of the way to drive back to Bowling Green and then home, but not that much out of the way. But we've already paid for the Airbnb for tomorrow night too. So did not plan on being a first round duck. Did not plan on being in the same circle as Kai Kelly. Kai Kelly came over, and
it wasn't the duck.
It wasn't the duck.
Stand by that.
So Kai burned our lovely gift for him, because believe it or not, he did not think that we were trying to call him a duck at Shady Side. He thought that we just knew that he liked to take nice bubble baths, and that we were getting him a floaty to go with his bubble baths. So, in case you're wondering, apparently Kai likes to take very fruity, pink bubble baths.
He does. That's not what I said. Did you just say fruity pink?
Yeah, fruity pink bubble baths.
He likes his bath.
I don't even know if it's a bubble bath. I just know he likes to take baths.
They pick on me about taking baths.
I didn't know the bath thing, but I'm glad that it makes it even better now.
Yeah, this is like a perfect gift.
It's kind of like Todd Spears and frogs. Anytime I see a frog something, I get him frogs.
This is because I take baths, not because I'm a duck.
Yeah.
No, baths. Okay.
For sure.
Who does a bath without bubbles? I don't want to sit there and look down at my sea urchin floating around.
Ew.
I want to see it all covered up.
Stop.
So, all right.
Stop.
So what you're saying is, the next thing I need to get Kai some bath bombs. We get the flavored ones, like the Roscoe.
No, we need to get him some Epsom salt, because I'm sure he's tired of getting kicked around. I'm sure he's sore.
Tell you what, I bet there's a DG market close to US 60. And if he goes to US 60 like the rest of us first round ducks.
He's
Contract? Yeah.
with the crew. You know?
You never know.
No,
Anyways.
I do. I talked to Puddin'.
Oh, they can't go?
I don't think so.
Oh, no. There you have it. So, we're already money deep in the trip. Tomorrow's a free entry. It's only like 60 miles north, 60 miles back. It's just all back road, curvy, twisty, turvy stuff.
Ugh.
Those two can't handle curves. I don't care. I could either sleep through it, I could drive through it, I could text through it, I could tune through it. I don't care. It don't bother me. Those two, not so much. So, I am...
No oven mitts.
The good news is, my assumption that we did need more fuel was accurate down track. So that does mean that the fresh motor is trying to make some really good power. So, because it consumed all the fuel, probably about 20% more volume than what the turbo cam did, which is really surprising, because the turbo cam was 10 to 15% higher than the blower cam was previously, but the motor was already pretty tired. So now we got a fresh motor in it. Well, fresher can't say fresh. The pistons are like 5 to 7 thou undersized for the bore. So lost a little bore, lost a little piston skirt. Is what it is.
For the record, it took him almost 6 seconds to get to me, but he was within the auto start time.
Shoo! We actually ran out of injector too, Eric.
What?
Yeah, we were at 86% duty cycle.
Wow, that's new.
We were flowing 1,800 pounds per hour of fuel on race gas.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I was just talking to Eric. I just wanted to be a part of this conversation.
So although we didn't see as much manifold pressure as we kind of expected to see with adding this third small line, we did. We definitely saw more fuel consumption. So fuel consumption means there has to be air there to burn it. Because once we were on the throttle, once I was going down the track, we're just gonna look. This looks terrible. Let me turn this off again. Oh gosh, we turned on everything.
Terrible.
But what we're looking for here is we're looking for this yellow line and this pink line should be pretty much together. Yeah, they should be together, and it's pretty close. Pretty close together. So we were already in third gear, so the transmission shifted back here is like 1, 2, 2, 3. And then we got out here, then the boost hit, and then it kind of set up against the converter and just kind of like kept trying to accelerate the car. And then we got a little further down track, and then it blew the tire off. So here's our front and rear wheel speed. So it was like beep. Got a little chatter, got a little wheel speed, lockup came in, bogged it down big time. And then we got out here a little bit further and it goes zing, lost tire. First time I ever ran a 9-second 1/8 mile at 144 miles per hour. So, okay, well, that's it. Disappointing. This birthday sucked. Not really.
Tried.
Megan tried. Megan made my birthday fantastic.
So hard.
I mean, your 60-foot was impressive.
3.8 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever owned a car that went that slow in a 60-foot before in my
I think
life.
my death scooter probably would have given you a run for money.
I'm pretty sure everything about that pass was a record. Like everything about it was a new personal low.
But like, if you're gonna post a friggin', like, I'll post my draggy. Here you go. Like, gotcha, fam. Like.
It's okay. I'm telling you, it's bad juju. You guys, it's just not for us. Check it out.
So NPK, anytime we've done one of these, actually, yeah, anytime we've ever done one of these kind of events,
Track.
we've lost. I lost an oil filter one time. Never lost an oil filter before in my life, in my career. Lost an oil filter in a burnout. Made a nice big oil slick for the first 60 foot. Smells done.
Yeah, it's hot now.
And then
He said that come on now.
we've lost a brake line before. Never lost a brake line before that event. Lost a brake line at one of those. What else has prevented us? We've spun for like no reason. Cars just gone slow for no reason.
I thought we broke one time.
Pretty much, we've like never had like good.
No, like we've always went out first round at like any NPK track events. Like street stuff we don't do bad, but the track events we do not do well. And you even said in Tulsa, I will never do another NPK track event because we suck.
We do suck. We do
I'm
suck.
not saying we suck. I think we're great.
Megan said we sucked.
No.
Thanks, babe.
Maybe we need, like, next time there's an NPK event,
Happy
we just need to
birthday.
find somebody and call them out. Do the exact opposite of what we normally do and ride the fucking ride the dots. Instead of ride the tips, call somebody out, change up the game.
Couldn't call out today.
Yeah.
Chris and Kayla ruined that when Kayla called Chris out all the time at every NPK event and Chris wasn't ready. Throwing you under the bus,
Aren't
buddies.
you on one tonight?
Just throwing you under the bus.
Good Lord. Does that not look good?
Smells delicious. All right. Well, I'm gonna have some pity me
We're
pizza.
gonna eat our feelings.
Get some sleep, and probably hit the road in the morning. So, all right. Thanks for watching.
I want some sour gummy worms.
Sorry to disappoint.
I want
Guys
to eat
are
my
weird.
feelings.